All right, guys, we are live and welcome to another episode of Foreign and Domestic. This is our usual Sunday night chat, the roundtable. However, you notice someone is missing. Alan B. Pro, the domestic, is not here. He is at work. So we have many other domestics that have jumped in to fill the role. And we're going to start with the one, the only, my basement buddy, along with company. What's up, buddy?
Only one. Oh, it's going good, man. I can't complain. Yeah, it's no point. Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Oh, it's good to have you, man. Good to see you.
eBay pissed me off this weekend.
What happened?
Oh, I bought a ladder rack for that new work vehicle I bought, and it would have been great if they would have sent me, the right hardware, either the right size bolts or the bolts at all, or just, dude, it was like there's the right ladder rack, but it's like they grabbed some random freaking packet of screws and bolts and like, yeah, that's good enough. Here you go. So it was a $25 trip to the hardware store to get the right shit for a ladder rack that I, already purchased. Shut up. Whiner. God. What?
Wants to be on camera.
He's just whining. I think he's just bored. Although we went to the lake today, and me and my son and found a whole crap load of beach glass. So, yeah. I don't know about you, but the weather was pretty good out here today. A little cold yesterday, but
it wasn't too bad today. It was actually fairly mild. Yesterday was hard and balls, but today was actually fairly mild. It wasn't bad at all. But it's good to see you, brother. I'm glad you could make it. So I'm glad to have you here. Phil M. Rivers, the man, the myth, the legend, and he has the Mr. Holster shirt on. Look at you, man, rocking it out.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me. I appreciate being here. Just happy to be on YouTube again.
Oh, good to have you as always, brother. And then we have the one, the only, guntube.org creator himself, Night Strike.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Good to have you, man. What's happening with you?
Not much. Just working on stuff out in the backyard range. I went and got a gazebo tent to put up so that I could actually not be under the balls hot sun. So while I shoot, because if you know South Carolina weather, it gets really mucky and hot out. So it's awful. So anyways, but how are things going with you?
Going all right, man. I'm staying busy. Work's keeping me busy as can be. When I'm not at work, I'm still working. So yeah, I'm working 24/7. But other than that, I'm good, dude.
Sounds great. Oh, wait. We got one last thing we have to say. Fuck the royal family.
That's right. Fuck the royal family. Thank you. I appreciate you jumping in. Just even if that's the last comment you make, I appreciate that.
that one.
And moving on, we have Gizzard Gary. What is up, man?
Hey, not a whole lot. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Good to have you. Glad you could show up.
He doesn't have very many friends, that's why.
And then we have a very good friend of mine, the one, I could say the one, the only, the myth, the legend, but it really isn't. It's just Daniel Gutter, my judge. What's up, man?
Oh, I'm not on mute. Hey, thanks for sending me the link there, Scotsman. And hello to all the other panel members and everybody in the chat room. So just excuse me while I get set up here.
You're good, man. Glad to have you. Glad you could show up. Kyle, you got a link. Chuck, you got a link. I don't think I sent the reload room a link or JH586SW. Hold on. Let me send a couple more links. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to leave alone with company in charge because he is my basement buddy. So he's in charge.
Well, see, I was just about to ask you, is there like a theme for tonight or what?
Right now, honestly, the only thing I'm pushing is trying to help out our good brother Scotty M1959. He's got a lot going on. We're trying to raise funds for him to get to Florida. He's in New Jersey. His mother just passed away, and I have 2 guns up for grabs for $10 of donation. So I have my Smith & Wesson Model 19-3, which most people on here already know that it's a very near and dear firearm to me. So that tells you how much it means when I throw that up for grabs. And then I also have the Janik TP9SA up for grabs for $10 an entry.
Are you capping it somewhere? Like after 50 entries or something, you're gonna draw?
We need to raise $3,500. Right now we're at $670. And I just started this back 4 days ago.
Oh, that's not bad.
So not too bad, but he really needs our help. So it's kind of the main theme for tonight and kind of what we're pushing. But other than that, if you have anything, throw it out there. If you got politics, throw it out there. You know, it is the Sunday night chat, and Sunday night chats are known for having politics. So if you have something, please throw it out there.
Everything you've been told about Egypt is pretty much a lie. Yep. Here we go. Oh, there you are. Well, shit. Don't let me be the only one talking.
Well, shit, you're in charge, so you got to speak.
You're in charge. You got to speak. You got to keep the things going. You got to keep the conversation moving. Don't just sit there like a bump on the log in your basement.
Oh, I'm not in my basement, but no. If I started going on about Egypt, I mean, you'd have to do like months worth of podcasts to get through all of that. But I mean, shit, if you want to go there, okay.
Talk about guns.
Oh, guns, I can do that too. I haven't bought. I used to buy a gun. Usually, at minimum, I used to buy 2 a year. Sometimes more. And I haven't bought a gun for, I think, almost like 2 years. I should be ashamed of myself.
I haven't bought one this year yet.
And I don't really know what.
The reloading room, I just sent you a link. And Kyle, I just sent it back to you again. JH586SW. I don't have your email, but I did tell them to forward it to you.
All right.
You put the man in charge, and then you just like interrupted him. What's up with that?
Yeah.
That's pretty
Well, he wasn't doing anything. He was just sitting there sucking a tit.
It's true. That's our point.
Still working. Look, that's all the shit I got to do.
Oh.
Blah, 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 and there's only like a couple crossed off.
That's
So,
only one page, dude. That I have multiple pages of shit I gotta do, and it doesn't even cover that.
That's what I have to get done like now. And then there's other. My desk is fucked right now. It's fucked.
Yes, it is.
All right, so going forward, here's the next question for everyone on the panel. Has anyone bought a new gun lately?
No.
No.
I haven't, but I know who has. I came real close to putting one in layaway today or yesterday. Almost got the what is it at 97, the CZ45, but I just couldn't pull the trigger on it just now. But my son, he got himself back in the house by buying himself a Shadow.
I'm very proud of him for doing so.
Like a Honda Shadow?
Shadow 2.
What is that?
What is that?
CZ.
Hold on, dude. Am I gonna have to kick you out of here?
Us? Are we talking guns or what?
Yeah,
Yes.
a CZ Shadow 2. It's a gun, man.
Oh, all right. Maybe
It's probably one of the most badass guns you'll ever put your hands on.
I'd be confused for a minute.
More so than that, freaking piece of crap you carry around sometimes.
I don't know what I carry.
I know what you put your hands on.
Eric Bomey doesn't count.
Moving on. All right. Does anyone have any topics?
Well,
Anything
who owns
they
in the
want to
chat
talk
room?
about? Anything they want to plug?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Do we want to?
I picked up a. I told Scotsman about it when we shot. I picked up a cheap Stevens pump 12 gauge. Of course, I found out it was made in China, but come with 2 barrels, 28-inch with wind choke tubes, and then 18-inch cylinder bore. $200. I figure, what the hell?
If it goes bang, who gives a shit?
Yep.
I went into my local gun shop looking to see if they had any of those coated bullets, and they'd never heard of anything like that. That was kind of surprising, like the Acme.
What kind of
coated?
bullets? The plastic coated ones, or the ones that are coated with like the cleaning stuff, where you actually shoot bullets down your barrel to clean your barrel?
No, powder coated.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say powder is more of a reloading thing. There might be somebody that commercially makes them, but I have yet to really see them. And if it is, it's a smaller munitions company,
Because I just put an order in through Acme for 1,000 of them for 124 grain, 9mm. With a coupon code, I got them for $64. And when I was at my last training, and there was about 15 guys shooting, and I was 40 yards away from the plates and at least 20 yards back, and we were getting hit with copper.
Wow.
So I think if you're shooting steel, the powder coated definitely going to be the way to go.
Have you tried plated bullets?
Like
the copper plated. The plating on them is so it's thick enough, but it's so thin that when it hits steel, it disintegrates just like the lead. It spalls so well that it just splatters. So.
Now, is there different types of copper plated bullets? Because that's what we were getting. We were getting hit with the copper jackets.
Hold on, real quick, guys. I need to interrupt you. Ed's out there, and Ed just said that the C word has returned. So, guys, please, if you can, he's got to go back to the hospital tomorrow for a biopsy. But please, if you can, take a minute, pray for him. I just told him he needs to send me a message tomorrow, as soon as possible. But guys, please pray for him and keep him in your thoughts.
I'll text him right now. That sucks.
Yeah, I've lost quite a few to cancer. So.
I'm telling you right now, that C word and me just don't get along. I'm sick of it, man. Sick of it.
Yeah.
The government needs to quit screwing around with the bullshit of making money off medicine and just freaking cure people and cut the crap.
Well, I've said it all along that I'm pretty sure they have a way to cure it, but it's not financially good for pharmaceutical companies. So
it's not viable.
They're keep tampering with our food, water, and air, and making the cancer grow in us, and then sucking all the money that we worked so hard for our entire lives, suck that dry out of us towards the end of our lives, because, how much money would you pay not to die? A lot.
Right.
So,
right.
What, you're saying the government just looks at us like we're a cash cow?
Yeah, I do. That's exactly what I'm saying.
I like you. What's your channel?
We're sheeple. Just call us sheeple, right? Yeah, that's how they look at us.
Pretty
But-
much.
And that's exactly what it is, man. And you know, it really just pisses me off to no end that even the simple things that can be cured, like the common freaking cold, they do whatever they can to make money off of it. The flu, you must have this injection, you must get this, you must do this, when you really don't have to. They have the cure, they just don't want to fucking give it to you. They want you to pay for it. And nine times out of 10, what they say is the cure still makes you freaking sick. So then you have to buy more shit.
Well, the flu vaccine is actually a genetic, I know how they do it. They take the actual virus and take the actual part that makes you sick, but it's supposed to build your, you know something? I had a flu shot once in my life, and that was 18 years ago. Those 18 years, I might have got I might have got the flu twice. And the flu virus and the common cold virus mutate every time. It jumps from person to person to person. It just mutates. So it's a little bit different in each person. So it's hard to kind of iron down. You know what I mean? A virus is one of those. Cancer is not the C word. Sorry, is not a virus. It's a little different. But a virus is. I mean, look at what is it? Ebola or yeah. Ebola can not E. coli, Ebola. Yeah, Ebola. Yeah, that stuff you get that, you're gonna pretty much be dead in a couple days. So
yeah, it's a great thought. You don't want to get the flu this year? Well, let me inject you with the flu so you don't get the flu.
Yeah,
that was one thing when I first came here. They're like, yeah, you have to have this injection, this injection, this injection, and this injection. I'm like, I haven't had a fucking injection in my entire life. Why the fuck do I need it now? And like, well, you can't come here unless we give you this, this, and this, and this. So I'm like, you're trying to make me sick so I can move here? Like, what the frick, dude? Like, seriously, are you kidding me right now? So I ended up, originally they wanted to do, I think it was 5 different ones. I managed to get it down to 2. And so far, I have not been sick of either one.
Well, just like the other guy, I haven't had the flu shot in probably 18, I'm 30, over 20 years. And guess how long it's been since I had the flu? Over 20 years. So you will never, ever inject me with that bullshit ever again.
No, I've never had it. Probably never will.
And all the people that get it, they're the ones getting the flu. Or at least all the people I know that they religiously, I gotta get my flu shot. And then 6 weeks later, they're posting on Facebook that, they're at home sick with the flu.
You know what really stinks is health employees, people that work at hospitals, people work at nursing homes. They're required to. They don't have a choice if they want to keep their job.
Yeah, what kind of bullshit?
Yeah.
I can understand the philosophy, but yet that's your own body. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Oh, you guys would be proud of me today. I finally got. Today was the first time I got banned on Facebook for 24 hours. Yes. Winning.
That's a good boy. That's a good boy.
Way to go, man. Way to go.
I can't believe it took so long, man. I really can't.
I can't believe I haven't been banned yet. All the crap I'm very strong.
I'm surprised I'm not banned on YouTube with all the shit I put out. I mean, look at these fucking chats. Seriously, how the hell am I not banned?
Yeah, I'm surprised you aren't banned too.
Yeah.
It's coming. Just give it time.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
It took them a while to find me, apparently, but
Good luck to them, though.
now they got an eye on me. I got a strike.
Good luck to them, though. They can strike me all they want. I'll still keep fighting back.
Yeah, they can go fuck themselves.
If they want to strike me on YouTube, that's fine. I got my own fucking website, so I can give them the middle finger.
Boom.
Yep,
A
that's
website
it, man.
I could post Probably shouldn't post it
GunTube.org.
there though.
Go.
Well, I look at it this way. There's enough other platforms starting up out there that we got other places we can go. That's for sure. So
Yeah. YouTube's not going to always be around, and people shouldn't expect it to be. So.
Well, not for us, for like-minded thinkers like us.
Well, they're not just the funny thing is they're not just singling us out. We're like one of the first to get rid of. But again, they're going after other niche groups as well. And eventually they're just going to single out anything they don't like on their platform. And eventually they're going to piss enough people off to where people go somewhere else.
Where I've seen the most people getting banned and taken off YouTube is actually the homesteading channels. Where teaching people about the GMOs and how to garden, and like prepper channels. And when they go in there and they start talking about God and stuff, the next thing you know, they can't do a live stream for 3 months.
Yeah, I see.
Wow.
All right, I'm gonna send TR a link real quick, but while I do that, Daniel, you're in charge. And while I say that, Insight just jumped in. So Insight, good to see you, brother. I'll be right back.
Hello, everyone. Sorry, I'm running.
Well, welcome there, Insight. You got anything you want to tell us about?
No, just drove back in from Knoxville straight into a family meeting with my brother and sister, and got here just in time to hopefully not miss too much. So good to see everybody.
I wouldn't say you're missing much.
And just by the way, did the Scotsman call out the side chat yet? Tell us about?
No.
Okay, well, Alaskan Ballistics just showed up. So, hey, Alaska, tell us about yourself, then introduce the side chat. That's what you get.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, bud.
Looks like we got a lot of people in the side chat. We got all of us, Firearms 101, Razor JB, Bash Matrix. We've got PC Bullet Empire. We've got Feeborg. We got Mrs. Scab Ugly. Let's see, who else we got in here? Stalker Steve's in here. Mike Joseph, the High Desert Pioneer. Yankee 4. He asked for prayers because he wants to get his eye surgery. So keep him in your prayers. Backroads ETC left. He didn't have a good connection. Yeah, if I forgot you, sorry. Tried to scroll all the way up. Tina is Liberty Cat. He's in here watching. Reloading room.
We got Willie Bullet Man just showed up. Stalker Steve just showed up.
Yeah, I mentioned him. Slim Cowboy was watching.
Bald was watching.
Yeah. Rupan RX. So there's a lot of people in here.
Hey, how's the Get the Guns in Every School campaign working out? The Arm the Teachers.
It's about 7 people that have made a VR, and that's all we've got so far. Is I'm going to take all the ideas from the VRs, and then I'm going to put it into one big thing and see who we can contact. I'm just going to keep hounding senators and congressmen until we can get somebody that'll actually sponsor it.
You only got 7 so far.
Yeah, I'll get you one out here pretty soon, man. I'm sorry, I've been really, really swamped.
Yeah, but for those of you that don't know that are watching, it's #GuardEverySchool, and that's what the VR is going to be under. And it's just I've got a little giveaway. I don't have much money right now, and I got some like Alaskan fabrics and cloths and stickers and a little moose painting and 3 Magpul magazines and a AR bipod goes on a Picatinny rail. So I got all that in a giveaway just to help make people VRs. I have right now about 1,425 subscribers. I'm stopping it when it gets to 1,500. So you got about 75 subscribers to go.
All right, that's doing pretty good.
Yeah, it's I started it at 1,300 subscribers, or 1,305 or something like that. And the idea is, I don't really care about the subscriber or even the giveaway right now. It's more about getting the idea out there. So anybody, I know Daniel and Insight have done one, so, and Phil has done one, so I appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, that's a good topic, though. It's something that needs to be addressed because it keeps seeming to be happening every other week here, and they just can't seem to. Like, my biggest thing, like I said in my VR, was that you need to ban the gun-free zones because that's not helping you.
No, and I totally agree with you. The idea is that having the teachers armed is going to be what we do. It by default, if the teachers are armed, the gun-free zone is not there.
Right, right.
So that I think it's less about what would be ideal and more about what we can get past. And I hate to say it that way, but that's why I put the accountability for teachers for students in there at the end, is that students need to be failed, and like we need to repeal some of the education laws that keep students from having consequences, and put so much burden on the teacher. We need to repeal some of those so that students learn their consequences for their actions, but that it's also going to help the teachers get on board with it. So it's not compromise, but like, well, I'm all for hashtag no gun free zones, and we can even hashtag put that with us with this. That's fine with me. Like, I don't think you're going to get a bill passed in where the liberals don't come full force at it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
yeah, it's crazy though, because they need to do something, and they seem to think that it's taking the guns away, and it's not really the guns that are a problem. It's the people. And like you said, you got to take care of the kids, and you gotta weed out the bad ones, really.
And it's always a thing that's missed. They always go for the object and not the person behind the object.
Well, because
we've seen how hard the liberals have pushed on this, so I mean, we got to push back twice as hard.
Yeah.
And that's it. You know, that's it. I can, like,
the
right now,
problem is
I
the
can
liberals
tell
don't
you,
want to accept responsibility for anything. They don't own up to anything.
I can tell you right now, they're pushing more laws back home for knife control, more control against knives, because the knife crime has got so bad because they banned guns.
But did you hear that or see that article or whatever where one of the politicians now wants to create a law stating that all knives have to be rounded on the point to reduce stabbings? So now you're going to have rounded front knives so that you can't stab with it.
Hey,
Where was that at?
Are you fucking kidding me?
a meat cleaver doesn't have a sharp or a point on it.
Yeah,
But
so a meat cleaver would be fine.
yeah,
Just because it can't stab someone doesn't mean it can't cut someone's arm off.
Yeah.
Well, if we pause here just for a second, the man, the myth, the legend, the TR Prepper has entered the room. Want to give us a little bit about yourself, TR, for those folks that don't know you, and give us your opinion on this whole.
Well, thanks for the intro. Hey, TR Prepper here. I know I don't do a lot of prepping videos anymore because I kind of got bored with it. Once you hit a certain point, it's just kind of like, what's the point? But speaking on guns, and I think we should use facts more. I think we need to really push points of talking that have to do with facts. And that's why I just jumped out for a second, because right there is a Browning high power. This was holds 13 rounds of ammunition, 14 you've had one in chamber. This was, if I'm not mistaken, introduced in 1935. Probably the first Wonder 9. So it came out in the 30s. And then, of course, we all have one of these, or more than likely, a AR-15. Of course, they've gotten fancier and stuff like that. But it was introduced in 1959. 1959. And I think everybody should know these dates and understand the importance of these things have been here for a long, long time. They're just now in our lifetimes being pointed to as a problem.
Yeah, it's
And
not the guns.
it was, and that's my point. You know, these things have been here forever. And there's a cultural problem with our youth, and it has to be dealt with. And to be honest, I mean, we can go. I'm not trying to make this a political chat, a cultural chat, or anything like that. But I think we have to address some of the cultural problems we have with America. And to be honest, and I think Daniel can speak on this a good bit. To be honest, I personally think it is separated families. The fact that you have single parent.
You can't say that. That's racist.
Well, yeah, it is.
Well, and to your point, TR, it's not just that too. It's there's so much. Here's a participation award. Here's this. You showed up. Here's this. No, get rid of that crap. Earn your damn reward. If you want that thing, earn it. Earn it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna throw.
And to be honest, I mean, I've been. If anybody, I noticed Armanment Axes had, became Facebook friends with me or whatever. If you're on my Facebook, believe it or not, I'm way more political on Facebook than I am on YouTube. But I think there's a lot of factors. And I'm not saying a woman should stay with a man that's a piece of shit just so her kids will have two parents.
Well, yeah.
But there is something to be said for kids that are raised with a mom and dad.
Yeah, I agree.
Can I throw this in? I was raised by a single mother. She struggled. I'm going to be 52 this year, so that puts me in whatever time bracket. Honestly, like the Scotsman said, I agree with you too, TR. There's a lot more going on. The single parent, the Scotsman, what he said about the participation award, there's a lot more to this problem that has to be looked at. And honestly, a lot of it is progressive liberalism has drove the narrative, and this is what it is created. Participation award, everybody gets a trophy. No, you better teach a kid that you're going to fail. You better teach a kid that the world is tough. You see what I mean? And there's so much that's, I mean, they've rewritten history books to fit political narratives, and they're going to try and blame an object, but then again, I think it's all part of a preconceived motive. That's all. Well, I think it was planned.
It's a big subject, a big subject, and I do think single moms can be successful. I'm just jumping in here for a little while, but my ex-wife, my second wife, she was single all her life. We got married. She was in her 30s. She had 2 kids already. It didn't work out. We had a divorce, and it was a very cordial. We didn't even involve lawyers. That's how, I mean, it was like I did our own divorce. But anyway, it's just like, okay, we didn't mix. It didn't work. But anyway, years later, I talked to her a year or so ago. Still a single mom. Her son went to ROTC, went to college, graduated. She did a fantastic job of raising her kids. I mean, I'm not saying a single mom can't do a good job.
We shouldn't be encouraging.
The deck is stacked against her,
Right.
You shouldn't encourage this behavior and say, oh, you don't need a father. All you need is government.
Yeah, that's BS.
All these points you guys have brought up. I mean, I don't even have to put a conspiracy theorist hat on. These are all points that are made in the Communist Manifesto.
Right.
How to
Break the
how to
family.
advance the whole agenda.
That's,
What
I mean,
was
I
it?
came from a broken home too, but like I said, my dad was still in the picture, and I still knew that I had to answer to him. And it's one of those things where you have to have two parents, I think, and it's you got to have it. And it's like it's amazing that I turned out as well as I did, and my kids have turned out as well as they have because of the lessons I've learned the hard way. So
Right on, right on. Well, you know, my father, I mean, he lived about 100 miles away. I seen him now and then, you know, but my mother's brothers, my uncles, they pretty much were my father. And the one uncle, which was the youngest brother of them all, which was her older brother, but he's the one that got me into shooting, reloading. I shot his 1911 when I was 8 years old. So, you know, needless to say, the rest is history. So, but yeah, I was lucky enough to have that, you know what I mean? So, but it's just so much that I've seen over my lifetime that has just progressed, and yeah. Anyway.
No, but it's true. I mean, that's true. I wasn't raised by my parents. I really wasn't. I was raised by an SAS. That's what I was raised by. I wasn't raised by my parents whatsoever. I really wasn't. And I turned out better for it. That's not always true of everybody, but I was lucky I turned out better for it.
Every situation's different, so.
Yeah, I think I see so many single parents and so many mixed families and being a school teacher. And one of the biggest things is that we are encouraging it by giving single mothers so much money, and by paying for childcare, by paying the monthly thing. And what has happened is okay, I'm in love with this girl, but we're bullshit. I stay at home and keep my domicile home address there. We can say we're married, and then when the relationship goes bad, well, there's nothing legally there keeping me there. All right, and it's not a race thing at all. There's many people of every race that do this. I mean, white, black, purple, brown, whatever. But it's just a big thing you see at school is like, well, all you see is his dad did this or her dad, and they come in and you know, no rings on fingers, and like you see a lot of mixed families and stepbrothers and stepsisters, and it's really crazy what the liberalism has done to the family structure, and that is one of the things we got to change. And like you know, I'm divorced. I was a victim of a divorce I didn't want, and you know, getting divorced these days is way too easy. I mean, you don't have to prove anything; you can just sign papers, you know. And I'm not saying that, you know, a good cordial divorce isn't, you know, what a lot of people do that, and it's okay, I guess, for some people, but like that's not what I believe, you know. And I think like it's too easy for some things. But Scotsman asked a question earlier before I got on about new guns people got, so I'm going to change the subject right here. Stoger P3000 pump on sale for $250, already in the duck pattern camo, made in Turkey. But
what was it?
A Stoger P3000.
It's not a Glock, so I approve.
So yeah, it's not a romance gun like a Glock for shotgun.
Hey,
but yeah,
hey, my shotgun.
I needed a
China,
shotgun.
so.
Yeah, so this made in Turkey.
Yeah, so whatever.
Yeah, I was like, okay, but for $250, I already got duck flying camo on it, and it's mostly for the girlfriend or some other friends who want to go duck hunting and don't have their own shotguns, which is like I got a couple of friends that all they have are defensive shotguns, but they want to go hunting.
No, that's a good deal, man. That's a real good deal. Inside, what's going on, man? You've been pretty quiet.
I am just cleaning guns. You know, got back from Knoxville, and so I got some dirty guns from the range, and I'm listening and waiting for somewhere to jump in. So nothing new in the gun range, if that's what Chuck's switching it over to, but I'm cleaning what I did shoot this weekend. So sorry, just trying not to disturb with all the noise.
No, you're good, man. I noticed you got something growing on your face there, and you haven't shaved it off. What's going on?
It happens about once a year, and then eventually get sick of shaving around it and shave it back off.
So are you
I
trying
don't
to
grow
copy?
it. I don't grow it as fast as you.
Are you trying to copy Phil, or what's going on there?
Well, Phil's stuck with just the mustache mostly here lately. So
Yeah, that's my summer look.
Yeah, the great shave of usually around my hiking trip, the Appalachian Trail trip, I usually grow a little bit and let it go for a while, and then I get sick of it and shave it back off. It's nothing new. Happens once a year for about a month usually.
Gotcha.
I'm no chia pet though. You know, you shaved yours off and it was like full in 2 weeks.
That's Scottish blood, baby. Scottish blood.
I want if TR can figure out a way to get me some of that on top of my head. I really want that back. That's what I want up there.
I heard.
See, he's got the exact opposite. I've still got some side.
I got the reverse mohawk. Goes around the sides, nothing on top. Yeah, the reverse mohawk.
That's exactly why I have this. If anybody ever asks me why I have a mohawk, I say because I'm 50 fucking years old and I can.
You still got it. Right on, brother. More power to you.
No doubt. I kind of would. I love a mohawk like that. There are pictures of me from the 80s with some serious mohawks on. So yeah.
My son's going to be 30 this year, and I've seen him with one every now and then. I'll see him. He'll buzz the sides, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm like, get out of here, kid.
I gotta admit, I do love the easy care of short hair though, because it's just get in, towel dry, and run. There's nothing to this up here.
Well, hey, anymore, I just take the trimmers. You know, you got the different length things you can put on there. Here real soon, it's to the no length. It's buzzed to the nub, and because it's getting hot. But yeah, I just go over it 6 or 7 times, back and forth, check in the mirror, good to go, out the door. So
yeah, I go with the no length for winter. Actually, not summer. I like to grow it in the summer. Winter, you got all these big hats on. You pull them off, and then all of a sudden you got hat hair everywhere while you're working. So you just wintertime, shave it all off, buzz it all off. And then I don't get too hot from out hiking.
Yeah, well, how hot does I know it? I mean, Alaskan summers can get warm. I mean, what's the hottest it's got up there?
In here in Anchorage, the hottest it is 89. Is 89. And 89 wasn't bad, but that was before my legs went bad on me. I rode my bicycle like 13 miles that day in the heat, and didn't really even notice it because there's no humidity compared to like down south.
Right.
89 that, but Fairbanks, I've been there once when it was 92 in Fairbanks. See, Fairbanks sits in this bowl that has mountains about 100 to 200 miles on any side of it. From the right hillside, you can see Mountain Alley from Fairbanks or see Mountain Alley from Anchorage. Either way, it's closer to Anchorage though. And but there's same way Anchorage, but we're on the ocean. So Fairbanks in the summer has record out over 100 because it's freaking daylight 24/7. It doesn't cool off.
Right. Yeah, and the angle. Yeah, I get it. So it's nonstop sun. Yep.
Yeah, Fairbanks, I bet would have if you had to put a record on the biggest temperature differential in the world, I bet Fairbanks would be number 1 on the list, if not top 5.
Yeah, from different.
It has a record of -70 in the winter, -70 something, and then freaking 100 something in the summer. So
right.
Yeah, I know Fairbanks was warm.
Winter starts like September 15th there. So
yeah, I was up there in June last year. And it was.
I remember you didn't come.
I know it was like 80 degrees there. I didn't know where you were at, or else I would have stopped by.
Yeah, I'm in Anchorage. Yeah, if any of you guys pull a Phil and come up to Alaska for a cruise, I know Enron 89's doing it. Come up to Alaska for a cruise and don't stop in Anchorage and don't see me. You're going to get trolled pretty hard in your video.
I've never been on a cruise because I've really never had a desire to go on a cruise. I was about an inch away. I have another musician. I'm a musician. I have a musician friend of mine that was playing cruise ships down in the Bahamas, and I was scheduled to go play a cruise ship. I think it was a 2.5-month gig. It didn't pay too awful bad. Everything paid for, yada, yada. And his wife / singer got pregnant and they had to get off the ship and take care of that. And I was like, well, crap. But honestly, if I'm going to Alaska, I'm not going to be on a boat and sail around and get off every now and then. I'm going to Alaska. I want to see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
if you get on that cruise boat in Seattle and stop in Vancouver and then you cruise up the Inside Passage, man, it's a beautiful place. I mean, you see Alaska, you see the coastline and all that stuff. And what is it? Mount St. Elias is almost as tall as Denali, but it's right at sea level. Like you can see it from the boat. That's the Russian explorers named it that because it was the Feast of Elijah in the Orthodox calendar, and they said that was the border between Alaska and Canada, and it still is today from tip of that mountain going north. It's a huge mountain, but I haven't got a chance to go down there and see it yet. But it's huge. But like Denali, I almost skipped this chat to drive to the Denali South Viewpoint because it's a gorgeous day, and I really wanted to say screw you guys and go out and play. But it's like 75 degrees today, and just a slight breeze blowing, and it'll stay that way until about 9:30 tonight. Then it'll drop down to about 50. And last night I stayed up to about 12:30 and never got dark. I don't know how it did from like 1:30 to 3 or something like that. But I woke up at like 7:45 this morning, bright lights, thinking I was late for church, and it was like before my alarm. And it was great.
Yeah, it's.
I'm glad you could. I'm glad you could show up, man, and take the time to talk about the huge tip.
The huge tip.
That's what you were talking about. Was the huge tip?
What, the mountain?
Yeah.
Oh, like what the heck?
Come on, guys! You gotta be quicker than that. You gotta be able to catch those little.
Come on, man! That's it.
I caught it first. I caught it. He said huge tip, and I went mountain. Alaska. Yeah, that's. I don't know, man. That'd be hard to adjust day night when. Yeah. I wanted to ask you. In your picture, you got a black bear, and what is that pistol you're holding?
That is a real man's gun, a Glock model 40 10mm. And Scotsman, don't say a thing. You got all the brass from that thing, so you're welcome.
My buddy's got the long slide, but I think it's the 9, whatever that one is. But he does have a 10mm Glock. He's a big freaking Glock head. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Glock is a Glock is a Glock is a Glock. If I get a Glock, it'll be one.
More Glock 20s and Glock 40s are sold in Alaska and 29s than anywhere else per capita.
Well, you have dangerous animals that might want to eat you a lot more than you do in Ohio. So, I can see why somebody would want a 10mm semi-auto.
Hey, have you been to Cincinnati? I mean, that's pretty lot of animals there.
Yeah, I've been there once or twice.
I've never been to Ohio, so.
Yeah, I've never been to Alaska, so we got something in common, brother.
There you go. Hey, but I walk across the street to the park where the dog plays, the dog park, and I'm in bear country, man. I've been stalked by a black bear in there.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. I mean, when you live in an area like that, you better have something that's not made to stop humans, that's made to stop bigger animals. So,
Yeah, well, that bear, I got a picture in, like a video could be coming out next week as soon as Chook emails me all the footage he has. But that bear, I shot it at 300 yards. This is last weekend.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. What'd you shoot it with?
7 mag. Well, Chook's kids were out there camping with us. They're not very disciplined. They don't pay attention very well. And one of them kicked over my rifle while we were having a campfire. And man, I had a cheap D&Z mount on it, and it done pretty well as long as you take care of it. Like, it wasn't even off when I went to go sight it in. But they kicked it, and man, I shot that thing I thought was in the front shoulder. It hit it in the top of the spine about midway back and knocked it down. And it knocked it down like a sledgehammer, 160 grain Barn, 7 mag, right? And that thing got back up and crawled away on its front two feet with me just throwing rounds at it as fast as I could. and that thing crawled 100 yards back into the brush on his front 2 feet, and we had to go put it down. I put it down with the 10 millimeter. But yeah, I wasn't really afraid of the thing charging me, because what was he going to do? Charge me on front 2 legs only?
Right.
But never know with those things. So
right. Hey,
but,
I hit a deer, the last deer I got, with a 12 gauge slug. The red dot was on. Well, it wasn't on that day, and I was in a tree stand, so it threw off that little parallax a little bit. But no, I don't know what happened, if it got bumped or what. But I hit it. I shot, and it hit it in the spine, and that thing ran on its front legs over 150 yards, dragging its ass, before I finally got to it, and it was laying down. And yeah, I had to finish him off with. I just put another slug through his ribs and took care of it. But yeah, it's amazing how far they will go. Yeah.
I shot a deer with a 270 back in Georgia, 178 yards, longest shot I've made till I moved to Alaska. And I was really shaky, and the deer was moving, and I wasn't on a good rest. And I shot, and this is the worst shot I've ever made. I shouldn't be saying it live on YouTube. You should be embarrassed to know me. But I jerked the trigger. Both back legs. There was a nozzler ballistic tip I had hammered. Thing went down like a sledgehammer. Again, I thought I knocked the crap out of it, right? Well, I'm walking over towards it, and I see the same thing. It gets up, crawling away on its front 2 legs. It broke both back legs, and it starts crawling away, and I'm across the field. So I just put my rifle down in the field and run after it with my Glock 21. And this was back when I thought, hey, it's Georgia. You don't need deep penetration. You don't have heavy clothing. You can shoot power balls and stuff like bullets going fast, right? For lots of foot energy. 3 or 4 of them didn't penetrate that deer's neck very well. And so by the 3rd or 4th round in there, and that's why I mixed my ammo. 3rd or 4th round in there was a Spear Gold Dot and 200 grain, and that thing put it down. So it was like, geez, how many times do I have to shoot a deer in the neck at point blank that's crawling away from me? So, yeah, they can crawl a long, long ways. They're tough animals too.
What I think both you guys bring up a good point. If you're going to have optics on a rifle, and I'm not downing. I'm not a hunter myself. I hadn't hunted since I was a teenager, but spend the money on good scopes, good mounts. Spend the money on a scope that you could run over it with your truck and pick it up, and it still be on 0.
Oh yeah, definitely. I had a even more important than the scope is the mounts. That same 270, it was on. I checked it. It was on. It was totally me pulling the shot. But like that same 270, and it a lot of evolution works based on it, and a burst string. So it had $120 with the mount on it and a $9 Nikon scope, and that thing, would stay on site really, really well. That was just me that night. If you have a decent optic, decent quality Nikon Redfield, whatever, spend the money that you save after buying the big one on some really, really nice mounts. Better than Mag now. I'm going to buy a really nice mount. And I traded Chook, my 44 Magnum, for a Black X1000 Nikon $700 30-millimeter tube with lighted reticle in the mill rad out this year at 700-800 yards as well. So, that's what the big ones like to be 800 yards away.
Well, I'm not saying that us as individuals couldn't screw up a shot. I'm just saying that if you're going to rely on the optic, buy decent optics.
I just fell into a really good deal. On Hank Strange's podcast, there's a guy, Babyface P, that's on there all the time. Friends with him on Facebook. Friends with all. Anyway, he on one of these podcasts, right toward the ends, he says, "Yeah, I'm thinking about selling this EOTech, blah blah blah." And I was like, "I'm interested. How much?" Well, it's the Model 533, which they discontinued. Uses the 123 batteries, the little lithium batteries. It was specifically made for the military. Well, it sold for about $600, and I got a hold of him, and he says, "You were interested?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "How much you want?" He says, "300 sound good?" I said, "Sounds good to me. I mean, let me do a little research." I researched that thing, found out it was made for the military. There was a review on EOTech's website from somebody in the military that was doing a halo jump, and someone on his team dropped, or his gun got loose. It fell 30,000 feet. The gun was totally destroyed, but the EOTech still worked. It's on my AR right now. It's on my AR 5.56 Ruger right now. So yeah,
It's not
talk about yeah, that tank built like a tank.
So you're not worried about all the cold temperature or the temperature extremes with the shift and zero?
Not well. It's a Neotech. It's a holographic sight. I mean, it's not a scope or anything. It doesn't really. It's not made to shoot long range. Put it that way. But then again, I can do pretty good at 100 yards with it. So that's not long range, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, with that whole fiasco that they had, some people were saying they had 20 MOA shifts from, take it out in cold temperature. They'd zero it, in the fall or something, and then come winter, they'd go shoot out, when it's a blizzard outside, and they'd have like 20 MOA shift, which is quite extreme. That's
right.
not a little bit. That's way the fuck off.
Those missing deer by feet.
With all the recalls they had, and I mean, that wasn't that long ago. It was what, 3-4-ish years ago?
Well, I can tell you this, what I had on it before, it's a Pro Point PDP-2 or something. I bought it back in the 90s. I actually had it on a grip mount on my 1911 when I was competing. My 1911's a Para ordnance frame that I built before Para even made guns. I bought a frame, and anyway, that was on that gun. It was on another gun. It was on another gun, but it was on my AR, and I could go to the range in any temperature, any weather. It stayed on. Yeah, the MOA dot is pretty big. It's not very small. So at 100 yards, you got like a 6-inch dot or something. But honestly, the thing it still works wonderful to this day. And, I mean,
I've never had one, so I don't know. I wanted for a long time until that whole fiasco came up, and that was the other thing. They were shutting. I've seen so many YouTube videos of people shooting their EOTechs in the cold, and the EOTech shuts off.
This was a Pro Point that I was just talking about. That EOTech I just got. I just got the EOTech. I haven't run it through its paces yet. So, but no, this old Pro Point made by Tasco, made back in the 90s. They still make them. You can get them really cheap because technology's gotten much better, but that thing still works awesome. I have 2 of them. I have one on my AK, and well, it's not on my AR now, but I've ran them to death and they work beautiful. So,
Yeah, like I said, I got no experience with them, so I've shot them, but I've never owned one, so I can't say for sure.
Well, as far as red dots now, that's a little different subject. I do think you can own scopes. You need to spend a little bit more on a quality scope if you're going to go that route. But on red dots, I mean, in the $100 range, you can buy a really, really nice red dot that'll last for years. The red dots I run, the only ones I've ever owned are actually Walther red dots. That's what's on this, and they were less than $100. Matter of fact, they were less than $75, and I've been shooting them for over 5 years, and they work great. They are what they are. I mean, you're shooting 100 yards or less with them, and they do what they need to do.
You can pick up some really good red dots for $50 or less.
Yeah, I mean, they're really coming down.
Do exactly what you need them to do.
Well, you can't get a hollow sun for that cheap, but I've bought a couple of hollow suns
Just make sure you don't go to Amazon and buy a red dot or holographic sight that's made for airsoft.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you got to be careful. That is definitely something you'll find a lot of on Amazon, way cheap. And if it sounds too cheap, it probably is too cheap.
I know.
But Alan B. Pro finally.
Yeah,
actually
finally.
even
I
if he
honestly
wasn't going to be here, he actually showed up.
I really did not think I was going to be able to make it tonight. I ended up having to bamboozle some things at work in order to make it happen. But yeah, and then I was having all kinds of technical difficulties trying to get in the damn room. I don't know what the fuck was going on there.
Operator error.
Powers
Yeah,
up.
probably monkey not knowing which switch to hit.
Monkey do, monkey see, monkey, you know.
Hey, Alan, don't feel bad. I couldn't get shit to work either. So, you know, it's technology. You want to hit it with a hammer, but you know, if you do, you fixed it permanently.
Oh, Alan's here. When did that happen?
Well, and sometimes computers should be a 4-letter word. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
They're like cars. They're great when they run.
Yeah, when they don't, you just want to hit them with a hammer or shoot them. Yeah.
Just shoot
Speaking
them
of
with a
which,
12 gauge.
Speaking of which, Scotsman, we didn't talk about what we did last Monday yet on this chat.
Go ahead, man. Go for it.
Well, we had 55 pounds of binary explosive, binary X, and we invited Crazy Scotsman out. He come out. He's, I don't know what, 35, 40 minutes from me. He's not very far, and he came out and we blew up a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, our area wasn't the best, but yeah, it was fun. We made a lot of big booms.
Well, yeah, a lot of big booms, but did I just miss the notifications, or was there not a video on that?
Video is to come. We just did it like a week ago tomorrow. Got to get with my brother and see if because we used all his equipment. So, but yes, there'll be video. They will be video.
You know, because if it didn't happen on video, it didn't happen. This is YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, there'll be video.
Pounder online.
There will be video.
Yeah, there was one year at Shootapalooza that we were skeet shooting the low velocity crap. That was fun. That shit's really powerful.
Just throwing it up.
That was a great story, man.
Yeah, it was. I can prove it happened because it's on YouTube's. It's on the tube, man.
Can you be a little bit more, explanative about what you're talking about? That was, that was kind of really short and sweet.
Well, I'm not trying to drag it out, man.
Well, did you put binary on the birds? Did you put binary in bags and throw it out?
Yeah, we just put it. It was the low velocity stuff, obviously. Which that stuff I think is I know it's way more powerful because you can take a much smaller amount of it and it's just extremely loud and throws out a lot more dirt, or it's got more explosive push energy. And we just put it in like Ziploc bags and taped them up and then just chucked them up in the air and boom.
Sounds familiar. Ziploc bags and tape. Yeah.
We had a lot of Ziploc bags and a lot of tape, and we had a lot of big booms.
The two biggest, half life-size teddy bear that Derek shot that had like, I don't know, 6 or 8 sandwich bags in it. That was pretty good. But we're figuring it had to be, that box was a 50-pound box and there was maybe 2 inches left in the bottom of it. So there, that one that made the 2 foot wide, 1 foot deep crater, that one was pretty cool. So things that go boom are fun. By the way, my channel partner brother is a licensed pyrotechnician. He can buy dynamite. He does fireworks displays. So he was even excited. So.
Yeah, it was a good time, man. It was harder than balls, but it was a good time.
Yeah, and what the hell was I doing wearing shorts in the frickin' woods?
You should know
something?
better.
Well, I did. The property that I asked this guy, I said, can we do this? And he says, yeah, we can do it here. I had not seen the area he had picked. Didn't know it was in the woods. Didn't know it was in this valley. It was hotter than balls. I was like, I'm wearing shorts, but I've yet to have poison ivy or anything else, so we're all good.
Yeah, you got lucky, man. There was tons of it out there.
There's also in the woods, you got to worry about ticks as well.
Yeah, they're bad this year.
Well,
yeah,
we did have insect repellent, so that was a good thing. So
that always helps.
You got chiggers down by you?
Yeah.
Ah, I hate those things.
They're on my land. I've done everything I can to get rid of them, but you can't get rid of them. They're as bad as yellow flies.
Yeah, if you guys don't know what those are, they're like, as far as I know, they're like teeny tiny little bugs, and they embed themselves completely under your skin, and your legs will look like you got chicken pox times 20, and every little red itchy bump, tiny little bump on your leg is a bug inside of you.
Yeah,
they're called mite. They're basically dust mites. That's what they are. And they're little red. They look like little red spiders, more or less.
There you go.
These things.
Yes, right.
The thing is, I've done everything I can. I sprayed my yard. I've even used some industrial stuff just to try and get rid of them. You can't get rid of them.
Flamethrower.
That's my next. My next option. Controlled burn.
Make some fucking napalm or something.
Just nuke them.
Get guinea. Get guinea hens, guinea fowl. They'll take care of all that. They're loud as fuck. They're annoying. If you get used to them, you'll love them. Get a shitload of guinea fowl. They'll take care of all your tick and chigger problems whatsoever.
TR, didn't you just lose a bunch of chickens?
Yeah, I'm down to nothing.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I saw that video and it's like, they're gone.
Yeah.
So,
but I've had guineas, chickens, and I'm just saying that guineas are really good for ticks. They annihilate ticks. They're the best defense against ticks is guineas.
They eat them?
If you go back way, way, way far back enough in my videos, you'll hear the guineas in the background.
So
I love them to death, but unfortunately I live too far back in the woods, and free ranging animals just don't work.
Yeah, they tend to get eaten by other animals, right?
Yeah. Well, the last ones, they was in a pen. They still got took. Fucking got in on her.
Yeah, fucking trash pandas. You just had them in chicken wire, like your video said. You got to upgrade a little bit and heavy the wire up, maybe chicken wire over that or so. I don't know. Coons are the one place I lived, them damn things, it didn't matter what you did. They're smart. They get in. They outsmart traps.
We believe it or not. On a side note, I almost did a video on this today. I don't know how the fuck it happened, but I had laid down for a few minutes earlier today, and I got up, walked down my hallway, and I thought a big ass rat ran through my hallway. I chased it down. I tried to run it out. It wasn't a rat. It was a fucking possum. There was a possum inside my fucking house.
They're smart.
Now, it was a baby possum. It was a little possum. Looked like a big rat. But I'm like, how in the fuck did a possum get in my house? And I tried my best. I mean, I did everything I could to run it out, and I couldn't get it out. And guess what happened? I shot the motherfucker inside my house. So now I got a hole in my fucking utility room where I shot that motherfucker.
What'd you shoot it with? What'd you shoot it with?
22.
Well, that's not so bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Hey, it's funny.
I was like, how did a freaking possum get in my house?
Did you find anything, screen anything that it could have got in?
No, I really don't know where it come in. I mean, it was a baby possum. Don't get me wrong; it looked like a large rat, but it still don't matter. I'm like,
did you leave any doors open for a prolonged period of time?
No. I mean, it probably. I still
It
don't
really
know.
doesn't
I don't
matter
know.
what you do. If they want to get in, they're going to get in.
And that's my point. It's the same thing with a chicken coop. If wild animals want to get in someplace, they will find a way. They are relentless. It's like
how much?
That's all their job is in life, is to get in wherever they want.
Well, how much money do you want to spend to keep them out? That's the key. Because you could keep them out, but how much money do you want to spend on iron and things? And so, but
you got money on that. Just get some of those Agula super colibris, and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, taking care of wild animals, it's easy. All you got to do is just buy an extra amount of ammunition. You're fine.
Yeah, I was one time in Mississippi. My dog was barking, and my dog never barks. So, like, she's barking something. There's a possum, and I just took my Marlin 60, loaded it up with Agulas, and worked the bolt on it, and by hand, and that thing fell into the neighbor's yard. And just saying. I didn't know that neighbor very well.
There's one that'll make you cringe right there. Nice chigger bite infestation. Awesome.
Oh yeah, you get them chiggers up into your mattresses and stuff. You might as well just take that thing out and burn it, as you're never gonna get them out. You could just destroy it.
Well, they love to
walk around the entire house with a bottle of Dawn dish soap and water and spray everything down and just burn your freaking mattress, because that is absolutely one of the most horrible things that I ended up having to deal with was goddamn chiggers, man. Those things just make chicken pox seem like a walk in the park.
Yep. Get in there.
Hey, which
Domo arigato, Mr. Robato.
Yeah, speaking of chiggers, the little itty bitty they look like red spiders or red mites. Oh, I seen them when we were out in the woods last Monday with the Scotsman. I had one jump on me, and it just kind of crawled around, and I flicked it off. I had sprayed insect repellent on me but I don't have any at the moment. But yeah, they're not a dust mite. A dust mite is a dermatophagoid, which means skin eater, and they eat dead skin, and we got them all over us. I always laugh at this whole get rid of the dust mite. You'll never get rid of them. They're on here. What do you call it? They're a parasitic symbiote kind of thing. They eat dead skin. They're on us. But the chigger, it looks almost like a tiny tick, a tiny flea. Well, not so much a flea, but they're itty bitty. I mean, but they're itty bitty red, and yeah, you see them crawling on you, you might want to flick them off or start spraying yourself down, because that's what they are.
Well, they're a type of mite.
Yes, they are. Yep.
So.
They're a parasite.
I'm pretty sure some fire would fix that problem. Just take a lighter over where they dug in, and you'll be fine.
Right.
Burn them out.
I wondered if you ever seen the wart remover, the salicylic acid, or the freeze kind. I wonder if that would zap them. You'd have a lot of burn spots, either froze burn spots or acid burn spots. But hey, it killed the mite, right?
Right. You don't want any of those on you. You got to dig them out however you can, right?
Yeah, but I don't want to flamethrower them either.
Well, I mean, use the stuff they use to take warts off.
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. The salicylic acid, or the stuff
the stuff where you freeze it off. What is it? Dry ice?
I think it's compressed CO2. I can't remember. Might be. I'd have
dry
to
ice or compressed CO2, something like that. But they just
oxygen, isn't it?
They just freeze it off.
I'm not sure what it is, but you take any compressed, even oxygen, compressed gas, and you let it out at high pressure through a very small hole, it creates cold. It turns cold. So that's how air conditioners work. They compress all this coolant and send it through this itty bitty hole into an expansion chamber and send it through the coils. And yeah, that's how it works. But I would have to look. Matter of fact, speaking of which, I found, and I'm thinking I probably got it last Monday. It looks like a little planter's wart or something on my my index finger on my right hand or my left hand. I still have mine. Just to plug at Scotsman there. I still have mine, and yeah, but anyway, yeah, I just used one of them freeze things about an hour ago, so I'm hoping it kills it. But yeah, I wonder if it would work on that.
Told that if you play with your Johnsons too much, it'll cause that. So you might want to take hands.
Well, and that's really only if you use one hand. So if you use both hands, you gain a stroke and you don't get those.
Hold on. Did Janice Gay just talk about stroking?
Remember, don't stand in front or behind Janice Gay.
Well, Arman that brought it up, he was talking about warts and shit on his hands.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. You're not gonna get a guest invite again. You're talking about things that bring up subjects that should not be talked about.
Hey, no. Oh wow.
Oh, change the subject. Hashtag guard every school. Hashtag help a guy out. Come on.
That's right. Hashtag help a brother out, guys. Check the link. It's in the description. But if you can help out a good brother of ours in need, Scotty, emails in there. Send PayPal. Send me the email when you're done with that if you want, and then the giveaway. And you got a chance to win a couple of good firearms.
I don't care about the giveaway. I just want to help. Matter of fact, I have a 300 sub giveaway I'm going to have to do here as soon as I get there. But I got a lot of odds and ends things I'll have to decide, patches, stickers, that kind of thing that I'll probably give away. So
cool. Good deal.
Well, I haven't hit the 500 sub count yet, mostly because I don't really feel like doing a 500 sub giveaway. You know, I'm pretty damn broke and I don't have shit to give away, so I don't really want to hit that 500 sub mark.
I'm pretty broke too, but the stuff that I got to give away, I got from here, from there, picked it up here and there. It was a thank you from this or that, and you know, I'll just spread it. I'll spread it. I'll spread the love. You know, so
I was waiting to hear what you were saying you were going to spread, so I'm glad you.
Whatever, dude.
All right, dude. You already brought up a subject of stroking and this, that, the other. Now you're talking
I didn't bring up
love.
stroking. I didn't bring up stroking.
Dude, you got too many issues. We're kicking you off. You're not welcome here anymore.
Oh wow.
Yeah, at least he didn't, get all up on the microphone and say stroking. Because that would just be wrong.
Oh wow.
It's wrong coming from you, Jan, anyway.
Oh.
It always is. It always is.
It's a low blow. Sorry.
Well, it wouldn't be a high blow. It's Jan. It's always going to be low.
I think Scotsman just said he knows it hangs low. I don't know about you two, I'm sure.
I thought it was swing low.
Swing low.
Sweet chariot.
Coming for to bring me home.
Oh wow.
Well, Scotsman, have you shouted out the side chat?
Not lately.
Not for a while now.
Good way to get off.
Chico Wise just jumped in.
Go ahead. If nothing else, y'all have proven. Well, actually, I'm the one that kind of started it. That if you get a bunch of older guys together, eventually the conversation will turn to sex. Period.
Yes.
Well,
Thank
and
you,
eventually we'll deviate off of that and we'll talk about bacon.
Oh, bacon. You know what makes bacon better? More bacon. So, and older guys, who's the oldest here? I know how old Scotsman is, and he's not that old. My daughter is a year younger than him. So,
Armament, if you happen to have a mirror close by, you might want to look.
No,
Yeah.
I got it. I got Armament beat.
What?
Yeah, I'm 2 years older than he is.
what? Born 64.
Born in '63 September.
I'll be 50 by a few. I was still born in the 60s, 68. So I'm 50.
Gee, I wonder where Insight grew up.
Well, Tom out in the side chat has everyone beat so far.
Yeah.
I think Scotsman's the youngest one here, isn't he?
I think so.
Wait, how old is Scotsman?
It depends upon if he has a beard or not.
Hold on. If we're talking beards, I get the best beard out of all y'all, so you can all go suck a dick.
Yeah, well,
wait. I didn't hear that right. I didn't hear that right.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't let my beard grow out in years, but when it does, it gets pretty gnarly. So
Night Strike, I gotta say, I haven't seen you on camera since you were last shaved. So I gotta say, man, the beard's looking good, dude.
Yeah, it came back. I swear to God, I don't have to. I literally just don't shave. I don't mess with it, and it just grows back. So I'm gonna have to do something with it soon.
Mine's
really
really
not bad when I grow it, but it's a little gray.
Mine's really gray. Extremely gray.
Papa's out there. Papa's got everybody beat.
Be better.
Ooh.
yeah, my stubble's gray now, so I haven't shaved in 2 days, and it's gray. It's all gray and white. Whatever.
Yeah, my fiance likes to say I'm a 18-year-old trapped in a 55-year-old body. So yeah, sex talk is frequent with me, and that's always on my mind all the time.
I had some comments made on Facebook, and it involved a girl I'm dating, and she was like, "I'm so embarrassed," and I was like, "Look, you got to realize that men are still children at heart, and we're going to poke fun and make fun of each other.
Men are dogs.
As we can, because
we are dogs. We think about 3 different things: beer, sex, and guns.
Pretty much.
Not necessarily in that
if
order.
you're a man's man, you know.
Yeah, it depends upon which way the wind is blowing on in what order I think about those things in.
It also depends on in which position you're standing in front or behind of Janice Gay.
Oh.
Well, you never want to stand behind Janice Gay.
You don't want to stand
in front.
either.
Behind or in front.
I'd be more worried about standing in front of him.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be in the same room.
Don't get your head stuck anywhere.
Damn.
Don't pick up that soap.
Oh.
Don't ever plan on dropping the soap.
No.
Holy crap.
Soap on a rope, baby. Soap on a rope.
Wow. Someone said that.
God damn.
Hell, I was in the Navy. I have jokes like that. It's just like you cannot be in another service and not expect to be accused of gay shit more than being in the Navy. So you just roll with it. You're like, fuck it, whatever.
If I was as good as Rich, I'd play Jeopardy right now.
No, because y'all kick me out.
Navy's not bad. They give us rides where we need to go.
Oh, you was a Marine?
Yep.
Okay. Now I know where we stand. Okay, who else was in the military here, so we know where we stand?
I was in the Ohio Military Reserve, which was an all volunteer, nothing. I still raised my right hand, and it was all volunteer. The problem was we had to pay for all our equipment other than if we got deployed. But now I guess it's different. But now I'm too old and I don't care, and I don't want to even try and attempt to do it. So that's my military.
What did you say you was in armament? Armament? Blah, blah, blah. I can't even speak.
Ohio Military Reserve. It basically is the all volunteer version entity of the National Guard.
Okay, as a state guard.
Basically, yeah. It used to be called the Home Guard, but we didn't get paid. But we didn't do a lot. It was. But if they deployed us and said, okay, we're calling on you, then you got whatever your grade was, you got paid. But I wasn't in very long.
Food Monkey was in a South Carolina State Guard. Kind of sounds similar to what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, but the South Carolina State Guard is basically the militia, the state militia.
Well, no, I mean there is actually a South Carolina. I don't know how every other state does it. There is a South Carolina State Guard, and what they do is they forgive you of state income tax if you join. And basically, really, the only thing they do is say if somebody's lost in the woods or whatever, they'll go on searches, that kind of thing. But I mean, technically, if shit got bad enough, they would issue them guns and stuff like that. But it's not. It's kind of military, but it ain't. And I don't know how to explain it. I didn't go through it. I just have to go by what I was told.
I've read up on joining it myself, and it's basically when the United States became a thing. Every state had its own militia, okay, and eventually those militias became state guards or whatever reserve or whatever they call it. Each state is different. So the state militia became the South Carolina State Guard. I know this because I live in South Carolina. So
okay. Cool.
Well, that's kind of what it was in Ohio. Our unit was a first responder type unit that we had to know, basic first aid, how to read a map to get wherever, that anything that we were first responders if basically a natural disaster emergency or whatever. But
hold on, dude, you can't read. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
whatever,
what
dude.
The hell?
I met you, man. You can't read for damn shit.
Oh,
what
whatever.
he's talking about sounds really similar, if not the same thing. Not strike you. You probably know more about it than I do, but it sounds very similar because that's what they usually done here in South Carolina that I'm aware of was,
well, we were part of
emergencies they would be called up for.
There you go. We were basically the bottom of the National Guard. We were the last people that they're going to call when SHTF. Yeah. So
a state guard is basically put in place for one thing. Yes, there's a National Guard. Yes, the National Guard helps out when all emergencies happen and whatnot. And in some rare instances, even the National Guard is sent elsewhere. But the thing about the State Guard is the State Guard is to never leave the state because the State Guard is there to protect one thing, the state.
Well, that was in the writing, but there was also a clause in there that went, well, if the shit gets too deep, yeah, you can go to war. So, I was like, okay, whatever.
We do have a request for a gun check, so we're gonna start with Alaskan Ballistics, who probably has a Glock. So moving on, Alan, what do you got?
Well, this evening, just the regular LC9S Pro in the Mid-Atlantic waistband here, and riding shotgun because I almost destroyed my computer because it was not loading crap right. So I pulled it out, and luckily it decided to start running. So the 870 didn't have to do any work.
It's always good when the 870 does work. All right. Well, Alone with Company, what you got, man?
Tried and true XDM 3.8.
There you go. Under 4 inches.
Just how you like it, huh?
Insert your own joke there.
I know. Whatever. Chris, what you got, man?
Well, I'm still carrying my PT 111 G2. About 2 feet behind me, I got a whole lot of guns in my safe, but other than that,
we said a gun, not a PT 111 G2. We said a gun. Gun check. Yeah. Gun check.
Whatever, dude. Don't make me get like my freaking parabuild out and turn the camera on because I'm too fucking lazy. All right. Anyway.
All right, Insight, what you got, brother?
Got a couple of CZs that just got cleaned after the range. This one was on my side all weekend, and thank you, Scotsman, and the Winthrop holster. So that's what I've got, plus maybe a 357 too somewhere. So those are right here.
Loaded up bright. There you go. Hell yeah, man. All right, Night Strike, what you got, man?
The same old, the tried and true. Let's see if the camera works. The 1911. Because nothing says fuck you more than 45 ACP.
A 1 ounce slug would do that even better.
10 millimeter.
10 millimeter.
No different. Same thing.
Phil, what you got, dude?
The Walter PPSM2.
There you go. And then we have a newcomer to the chat. He's been on here before, but Alice, what's up, brother, man?
Well, howdy, folks. How's everybody doing?
All right.
Oh, yep.
Gentlemen, in this game, it's go big or go home.
That wins.
And well, and if that one can't handle it, this one can.
Yeah, that is nice. It is. I've shot it.
So, I think I'm set.
Yeah.
I got you all beat. I got a barrel sitting right here.
The hell is that?
It's one of those goat guns.
Really, really close to the camera, so it looks huge.
Oh, dude! When I first got it and I built it, I took it outside and put it on something, and I took pictures in just the right angle, and sent them to all my buddies. Like, hey, look what I just got, and they're like, oh, damn, what the hell made you buy that? And blah blah blah. And I'm like,
you need a Joey Coast flyby.
I took a picture of me like this and sent it to them. They're like, oh, fuck you.
Oh shit! I forgot something, guys. Alan, fuck you.
You know, Ellis, every single chat you get in with me, you keep making me these offers, man. But you know, you need to call Jan. I'm telling you.
I just did.
All right, and moving on. TR, brother, what you got?
Oh my gosh.
Hopefully some sanity to bring to this chat.
There is no sanity. It's over with.
TR.
You send me a link and you expect shit to be sane? Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on, this is the crazy Scotsman, right?
More sanity than there is with Jen is gay. Come on, guys.
All right. Well,
I'm not asking for much.
I think you called me up Scotsman. I couldn't tell. It
Yeah, man.
my
What
connection.
you got, brother?
Anyway, I'm gonna go with the one of the guns that I started the broadcast or started my introduction with is a Brown High Power. And,
Yeah, the gun they don't make anymore.
That is an awesome firearm, and I love it still today. I've had it for a couple of decades now.
Yeah, that is an awesome firearm, man. They did a really good job, Ben.
And this one happens to be a Canadian military firearm. It's an Inglis model. I'm not sure how they pronounce it, but it Ingles or Inglis. But it was a military surplus. I bought it for about $350, maybe.
Oh,
damn good deal right there.
Yeah.
Woo.
I had a really nice, it was an actual Browning high power, and I sold it, traded it, swapped it. I don't know, but I miss it. Wish I would never got rid of it.
Shame on you.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
And so, Scotsman, what are you carrying this evening?
I have the CZ75B right now on me.
We can't see it.
Well, I
You
know
don't have
you.
a camera.
I know you can't see. I don't have my camera with me right now, so you can't see.
Okay, why do you not have your camera? Where are you?
I'm in a basement.
That's not a surprise.
Not the basement Chris's wishes I was in, but I'm in a basement. So
Where's
yeah,
Jan?
I have no
That's my
camera.
question. If you're in the basement, where's Jan?
Wrong. No. There's no Jan.
Sub-basement.
No. Wrong basement.
Jan's in the closet.
Jan
Jan's in the closet.
Jan has been out of the closet for a while.
I think Jan's been out of the closet.
There's no cameras allowed in the basement. Too much leather and whips and bondage stuff down there. You gotta.
Yeah, the walls are all red and the floor's made of dirt. It's
It puts lotion on its skin.
well, Mr. Phil M. Rivers, thank you very much for jumping in, man. You're always a wonderful pleasure to have.
Phil, if you're jumping out, man, go ahead and plug what you got, man.
Well, I just got a couple new videos out there. Plugging some channels. Got giveaways going off this month, so trying to hit those up. And as always, till we meet again, guys.
Later, Phil.
See you, Phil.
Later, Phil.
Appreciate you, brother.
Hey, I'm going to do my gun check and get out of here if that's all right.
Uh-oh.
So,
it's a Glock, you're probably going to get kicked out anyway. So
Yeah, if you show a Glock, you're done, dude. I'm gonna boot you off. You'll never be invited back again.
Nope.
all right. So I got my Smith & Wesson beside me, only for this chat. But of course, I got a proven bear gun beside me too. You never know what's going to be in the yard. 10mm underwear extreme penetrators. Put a bear down. Yep. Still perfection.
yeah, you never know what's going to break into your house and you're going to have to shoot, right?
I'm not sure what happened. We lost Alaskan.
I was going to ask him what brand of fake simulated fur skin he used for his 10mm 44 Magnum test this weekend. So.
I couldn't tell you, man. He just disappeared.
Got to say the 44 Magnum looked like it did a good bit more damage than that whatever that other plastic thing was he had.
Yeah, that plastic piece of crap. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm buying a plastic piece of crap.
Whoa, Ellis, are you buying a Glock? Because if you
No.
are, I'm gonna have to disown you.
No. Like I have said before, the day I buy a Glock will be the day I borrow your blue dress and wear it on cam.
Hey, that's low. Don't talk about that.
Wow.
Unless you buy a Glock, we're gonna have problems, man.
Well, you ain't got that problem. It's an M&P, buddy. It's a shield.
I think the family would disown him.
You think the Hatfields and the McCoys had problems? Just you wait, man. You buy a Glock, we're gonna have some problems.
Yay, that'd be an easy problem to solve.
Well, if I have to choose a side, Scotsman, I like you, but Ellis's family.
Oh, screw you.
But think about it like this: you always have Jan. Jan will always have
No,
your
no, no one has Jan. Jan's just there.
No, the thing is, no one
Jan
wants
just
Jan.
won't leave. That's the problem.
Yeah,
Jan always
look
shows
who
up.
just said that.
Jan won't leave. No one wants Jan.
Do you have this conversation with yourself often, Alan?
Physically, mentally, spiritually, or emotionally?
Well,
is
wait a minute. Is Jan your alter ego? I mean,
The answer is yes.
Okay.
You have to remember, Alan has got this multiple personality disorder. Jan is just one of the many.
Hey guys, I need to jump off here. I appreciate the invite, but I do have to work tomorrow. And from somebody that owns single action revolvers, lever action rifles, 1911s, Browning high powers, and also 2 fucking Glocks.
Oh,
damn you, TR.
I love all guns. If it goes bang when I pull the trigger, it's my gun.
You know, if I didn't respect you as much as I respect you, I'd kick your ass off of here too.
You know something, like I said, I have yet to buy a Glock. A Glock to me, yeah, everybody says, oh, they work, they're dependable, but every Glock is like every other Glock. They're a one-trick pony. And if I buy a Glock, it'll be one Glock because it doesn't matter. Yeah, different calibers, they're all the same. A Glock is a Glock is a Glock is a Glock. They're so boring. It's all the same. So that's just me. They're a one-trick pony. I mean, look at Smith & Wesson. How many different models of firearms do they put out? Look at Ruger. Look at a lot. Glock makes one firearm, whether it be a little upscaled or downscaled or this. It's the same damn thing. So, you know.
Well, to be honest, in my defense a little bit, the first Glock I bought is this Glock 17. I bought it. It's a police trade-in. I paid $359 for it. At the time, I thought that was a great deal, $350 for a Glock. And I came across this 45, a Glock 21 and 45 in the case, 2 mags for $469. And this was within this year. And I was like, a Glock 21 for $469? Are you fucking kidding me? You can't fucking buy a Glock 21 for less than $500.
It's a piece of plastic, man. Of course you can buy it for that.
Not in South Carolina, you can't.
And wait a minute.
I dare you to find a Glock 21 less than $550 fucking dollars. I dare you.
Oh, be careful, man. I can find one.
In South Carolina, Scotsman, in South Carolina. That's what I said.
The problem with South Carolina is TR will agree with me on this. Some people think their shit is worth more than it actually is, even in the blue book.
Oh, that's in any state, dude.
No,
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
exceedingly common in South Carolina, though.
But I mean, seriously, I mean, Glocks go for way more than $500. I think it's way overpriced. Don't get me wrong. I agree with all you guys. But I came across. I was actually looking for a damn K-frame Smith & Wesson. I was looking for a revolver, and I walked into a damn pawn shop, and they had this damn Glock 45, a Model 21 for $469 in the box, 2 mags, $460. I was like, well, fuck, I can't walk out of the store without buying it because that's a fucking steal.
Well, yeah, when you come across deals like that, you jump on them. And Scotsman, what do you mean it's a piece of plastic? How many other guns use plastic frames? You're just down on Glocks because a Glock is 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 a Glock. Smith & Wesson M&P, awesome handgun. A lot of polymer frame guns out there. Awesome handguns. So don't down the plastic, man.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Hold on. I gotta make a point here.
Traditional as hell. You guys know if you've watched any of my videos, I'm a single action, lever action, revolver. I mean, I just love guns, you know, and I'm not afraid to own a Glock. I'm not ashamed of owning them, but it's not my favorite handgun. But
my question to you is, if you were walking in and you were looking for a revolver, why didn't you contact me, man? I'll hook you up.
Well, I've already contacted you, and you ain't never got back with me, motherfucker. So,
Why don't you text me again tomorrow? I'll get you taken care of.
Well, I'm a little short on funds now, but you told me you could get me a python for $1,500, but I'd never heard from you.
I'll hook you up, man. I'll get you. I got you.
Did everybody see the scab find when they had to break into his father-in-law's safe this week?
Oh, you ain't seen the best of it yet. There's more.
Yeah, but that Colt was that little Python 2-inch Python really kind of blew me away.
Yeah,
It had some of the rust damage on it, but that was a nice little pistol.
Oh, he's got something else. I'm gonna be researching it tomorrow and getting some more information on it. But yeah, he sent me a picture of what else he's got, and I'm like, holy shit.
All right, guys, enough getting around. I'm just playing with y'all. Y'all know. I mean, but I'm not a Glock fanboy, but
well, and you saved so much money buying it over new that you could actually turn it into a halfway decent pistol.
Yeah.
Yeah, TR, I'm with you. Hey, I love guns, and I've got a Glock, and Scotsman hates that I have a Glock, but I love guns, period. Love guns. Absolutely.
I will say this. A Glock does exactly what a gun is supposed to do, and it works. I just want one. And for all of you wonderful people who stand by that wonderful slogan, Glock perfection, that's only if you consider mediocre perfection. Because a Glock is mediocre at best when it comes to handguns.
Yeah, well, that's
Alice, you just gained some more props on my side there, brother.
Look out for those reptile conversation going. I'll talk to y'all later.
TR, take it easy, man.
Take care, TR.
See you, bud.
Thanks, TR.
Take care, brother.
All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and start doing some outros here and get them moving. So, Loma Company, you want to do an outro there, brother, man?
Keep your powder dry and your gun in your back pocket, man. You never know what's gonna go down in this crazy world we live in now. Just keep your eyes open and watch your backs, so we can stay safe and talk again on another day.
There you go. All right, Armanment Axes. Or maybe not. Daniel.
Well, hey, Scotsman. I got to tell you something, brother. I have sinned.
He bought a Glock.
He bought a Glock.
No, but I shot a Glock, and all the bullets went left of center, so it's too much of a liberal gun for me.
So send all your complaints to shootingleft-of-center@gmail.com.
Anyway, I unmuted my microphone. I thought it was unmuted. All I got to say is second what Malone said. Stay 2A strong. Keep your head on a swivel. Pay attention. Stay armed. Stay prepared. Check me out on YouTube, Armanment Axes. Check me out on Facebook. I got a Facebook page, Armanment Axes, and I got a Twitter, Armanment Axes, but I don't get there much, but it's there. But other than that, yeah, just pay attention. Stay strong with the alertness and what's around you.
All right, Night Strike.
Check out Hit or Miss Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock. Scotsman jumps in there occasionally. Check out the Friday Night Strike at 9. And if you haven't done so already, go to guntube.org, sign up, create an account, upload a video or two. Have fun with it.
Just don't blow it up because he can't handle that yet.
Yeah. Don't upload your entire archive from YouTube or wherever else you have videos, but between 1 and 10 videos is okay.
All right, Alice.
Let's see. What do I got going on? Tomorrow night is my Monday night show. Starts at 11 o'clock. Should run till who knows, whenever I decide to shut it down. I'm doing a sort of a reunion show tomorrow night. So everybody that I've had on over the last year, going to be making an appearance, or at least several of them are. I expect Scotsman and Alan to be there tomorrow night. Alan. So
I will do what
I'll
I
do
can.
my best, man.
But yeah, I'm gonna have different folks dropping in, saying hello, and talk about the future of the show. Tuesday night, I might actually be doing my show from Night Strike's place. So we're going out there
I'm
Tuesday.
sorry to hear that.
Well, we're going out to do some shooting out his place. You know, have a little fun. So
Yeah,
that's all I got for right now.
All right, Insight.
Just Justin's final mission. Everybody remember that that's still hanging out there. I think what I heard this morning is they're about halfway to their goal on the big, huge youth gun giveaway that's going to happen after they reach that goal. Guard every school. Hashtag guard every school. Check out Alaskan Ballistics. And if you get a chance, do a VR to that, and let's get the word out on that. It's all about Jack. There's still some really good stuff going on to help Mr. Holster out, to help Jack, because Jack needs Mr. Holster, obviously. And, you know, let's not forget Scotty and helping him. And the Scotsman's really pulled together some great stuff to help him. He needs to get down with his wife and with the loss and everything that he's going through. Y'all just keep him in your prayers and check out the Scotsman's videos on that. I don't have anything new coming that I know of this week. Something may hit me at some point, but thanks for the chat. It's always good hanging with you guys.
I appreciate you, brother. And Alan, what's going on, man?
Inside Freedom took a lot of the things that I was going to say, and he's also wearing my pimptastic mustache. But yeah, Justin's final mission, hashtag guard every school, and the hashtag help a brother out. There's lots of good things happening out there. And, you know, the crazy Scotsman putting up 2 of his own pistols, especially one of his revolvers. I think he needs to rename his ass to the Insane Scotsman. But other than that, I don't really have much going on. I've been doing a lot of things that aren't really gun related, more teaching kids how to fish and doing a lot of outdoor stuff. But other than that, keep the magazines loaded and one in the chamber.
All right. Awesome, guys. Yeah, absolutely. Hashtag guard every skull. Hashtag help a brother out. And don't forget Justin's final mission. And with that being said, the Insane Scotsman is out of here. Appreciate y'all, guys.